Guys, you're never gonna believe this. It just dropped an 8 mil and it didn't land on the ground. That means it's stuck in the engine somewhere and I'm never gonna find it. Just like the 10 mil.
Stop recording me.
You're in a bathing suit. The guys wanna see this. What's happening, guys? Jesse here with Jesse Does It. Today on Jesse Does It episode, we're gonna be trying to fix my AC. So the AC works, but it's blowing warm when it wants and blowing cold when it wants. Not only that, but I'm hearing a screeching noise that doesn't sound like a belt. My theory, and this will prove if I'm wrong or right, if when I do this it works, is that the compressor clutch is slipping, and when that slipping noise happens, the AC seems to get warm. Now I've already tried topping it off with Freon. It is full, pressures are good, so that leads me to believe that the clutch itself is slipping, and that does two things for me. It's that noise that I'm hearing and the loss of cool AC. So Amazon to the rescue, and let's pop this belt off and see if I can do this. Now I've never done an AC clutch before, compressor clutch. Never done one. There doesn't look like there's nothing but one bolt. Don't know. I haven't even YouTubed how to do it. So in the process of doing this, I figured why not make a video. So if you at home have an old truck or whatever and need to not open your AC system and hopefully just change the compressor clutch, which is what I'm praying happens here, then you can learn from me and see how to do it yourself. So, all right, peace. All right, belts off, out of the way. Yeah, I don't know. Let's pull this off and see what it looks like. I don't know what is behind this, so I'm just trying to be very careful right now. Coming. There we go. Man, I don't know what this is supposed to look like, but it looks pretty dang shot to me. Definitely got some grooves in there. Let's take a look at the new one. Yeah, that looks way better. Also, because my compressor works, my clutch works, it engages and disengages, I don't think I want to change anything. Do I change the whole thing or no? What happens if I just do this? What do you think? Should I replace the entire assembly or just the outer clutch plate, whatever that thing is? The bearing rolls smoothly and works fine. The clutch itself electronically engages and disengages. I'm gonna tinker, be right back. So I made the executive decision here. I trust Ford OEM far more than I trust Amazon, whatever that is. So I'm gonna leave this part out, at least for this second. So I'm gonna just put this clutch on and see what happens. Fire it up, just take a gander at it. If it works, it works. If not, then I gotta replace the whole thing. So see you in a second. All right, side by side here, we got brand new and old. This one rubs, but that makes sense because this is thicker than this one, which also makes sense as to why it's slipping, because this is worn out and slipping. So again, I'm just gonna slap it on. Let's do that right now. Clean it off. And I'm gonna reuse the factory bolt because, again, I don't trust the Amazon bolt. Uh-oh. Oh yeah, that's good. But is it? Guys, I don't know anything about this. I'm pretty sure that should spin on its own. We'll see. Let's see what the AC does. Well, it didn't fix my AC issue. It did, however, fix the squealing. So I was correct that the noise I was hearing is the squealing. But I got two problems now. The clutch is constantly engaged because, as you saw, that clutch is too tight. And second problem is AC still blows warm. Yay. And I need two hands to open my hood. Be right back. Okay, I was right. That was way too tight on there and it was constantly dragging. Now, the solution to that are these little shims that it provided. I then had to Google and search on how and where and why and all that good stuff, but there is little baby shims in here. And I'm going to stack the thickest one in there because, yeah. And I'll show you where it goes. She's gonna go right in there. And it just kind of drops in place. And then this bolt will kind of hold it in place. Slide it back on. Now what we're looking for is 20 to 30 thousandths of gap between the pulley and the clutch. I can't find my feeler gauges because I use them on something far more important like building an engine, and I haven't cleaned up from that yet. Wonderful. However, she spins freely now. It's not constantly touching. And it looks like 20 to 30 thousandths of a gap to me. All right, that's that. Let's test and see if I can turn the AC off if the clutch itself is not spinning, and then turn the AC on if the clutch engages. From there, I don't really know what else there is. There's probably a clog in my AC line somewhere. Yay. But let's do at least that. Guys, you're never gonna believe this. It just dropped an 8mm and it didn't land on the ground. It's not under there. That means it's stuck in the engine somewhere and I'm never gonna find it. Just like the 10mm. Oh boy, is she gone. Yay. So that is with AC on. And it's cycling, honestly, too frequently in my opinion, which again tells me that I'm low on Freon. I don't get it. I don't get it. I have an idea though. Be right back. Let's see. I'm blown away right now. Once I shut the truck off, I'll tell you why I'm blown away. Okay, do you see these numbers? It was 76 when I first started this. 42.9 is pretty dang cold, yes. 39, 38, 37. I'd say my AC is freaking working right now, and I don't understand why it didn't work before. 36. All right, what you need? You just coming to say hi?
Just checking on you.
She's just coming to check on me, even though she's mad at me right now.
You're about to ding your door.
I know where my door goes. We've got enough door dings in our life right now. What's up?
Stop recording me.
What's up? You're in a bathing suit. The guys want to see this. All right, fine. I'll stop. I still have so much to do. We're going out of town tomorrow. That's why I'm struggling and fighting last minute to get this AC working. I also rotated my tires, checked the fluids, all that good stuff. But I have to unpack the back of the truck still of all the camping gear from last weekend's trip.
Hey, while you're doing all this stuff, can I go get my toes done?
Go get your toes on.
The only thing is this one's already chipped.
No one's going to be noticing that. Okay, I think I got AC, but I don't know why it's fixed all of a sudden. It sucked down the Freon no problem, whereas last time it wouldn't take any. So that's the whole problem. I've already dumped a full can of Freon in this. It didn't change a dang thing. And then on our last camping trip, I pulled over on the side of the road at an AutoZone, grabbed this can that you just saw, and tried putting it in there, and it was redlining saying overfilled, overfilled, overfilled. Clearly I've got a Freon leak. Anyways, I'm happy I got AC. So the compressor is cycling properly. The AC is blowing cold properly. I might put a little bit more in there, even though 36 degrees is pretty cold. Still wasn't maxed out. I mean, I think I can see my Freon leak. It's oily right here, but it's a diesel. Everything's oily. But that could be my Freon leak. But if this holds for the weekend, then sweet, I'm stoked. But yeah, that's how you change an AC compressor clutch. One bolt, one shim for me in my case, and back in action, baby. Back in action. Well, I guess she's fixed for now. I don't know if I taught you anything. I don't know if I learned anything. But at this point in time, I currently have around 30 to 31 degrees of AC blowing out of my vent. So I will take that. We'll see how long it lasts. If it's got a clear and present leak, then obviously it's not going to last long. But we will find that out. So as always, I'm Jesse with Jesse Does It. I appreciate you watching this video. Click that like, comment, subscribe for me, please. I greatly appreciate it. And we will see you next weekend on the next project or adventure. See you then.